Naval Observatory. Vice President Vance, Michelle Vance residence.
They come at every single one. It's a non-quantized spectrum.
But you can
It's variable.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, I think one of the different
Emma Bummer texted me. What? And then she was like, here.
Well, waiting for a person.
Yeah, this is the house alarm.
Oh, yeah. That's how we make it.
Oh, do you get a stamp? Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Pardon me, where did you get your passport book?
At DuPont shop.
DuPont. Okay, cool. We're going down there next, I think.
Yeah. So they give it for free.
Cool. Thank you.
I did not realize that Norway is not part of the European Union.
Correct.
So, I mean, the European Union will open next weekend, so
That's
therefore,
right. It's
since they're
next-
open today, so I saw like Norway, and I thought like they're so close to Europe, but
They're close, but not quite.
are the public want to be part of the European Union or no?
Sure, I'm not sure. They're part of the Scandinavian group, the Schengen group.
Like a Sweden, Norway,
Sweden,
and
Norway, Finland, Denmark.
did Norway join the NATO recently?
I think they're members of
They
NATO.
may members of NATO. Okay.
Hey, how are you?
Getting there in time.
Should be a good crowd.
Yes, we're really excited. Yeah, for season 4. Do you want
Men du är van här i Sverige? Ja.
$4.
Jag har gjort det hemligt och jag kommer på
Yes, it is. We ran out of samples, but it's a common-based paint.
You need to put a bowl holding.
You're too hard to think about right now.
Eva, live? Come here, Eva.
One quick question. Is Norway the home of Vikings?
We're from Lanesboro.
The home of the Vikings. Vikings went all over.
No, Vikings, they, like Norway is their hometown, home country, or?
Well, Vikings originated in Norway, but they kind
Norway.
of went all over.
Yeah, they even came to the US, right?
Oh yeah.
But they're like, how should I say? Like Vikings, like Norway owns Vikings, right? No? There's all the Scandinavian countries, Vikings, or
Well, Vikings were an important part of those Scandinavian
Scandinavian
because
countries.
they just kind of went all over.
All over,
and
uh-huh.
sowed their wild seeds.
they're all over. They even in Britain and like everywhere. So
Yes, absolutely. So, would you like a sticker?
thank you.
You're welcome.
You what is this?
Vesterheim, we are a museum.
Uh huh.
So Vesterheim literally means Western home.
Ah.
But we're a museum and folk art school. So all the people that you see demonstrating the different pieces of folk art,
Uh-huh.
they're instructors in our folk art schools.
Ah. So is it like in Iowa?
Yeah, we're in Iowa.
Oh, Iowa. Okay. Decorah, Iowa. Okay.
Decorah, Iowa, right. The northeast corner of Iowa.
Right.
So
Thank you very much.
thank you.
No, sky and then where that. Is there a restroom I can use?
Sorry?
A restroom.
Straight to the left.
Okay, thank you.
It's funny when you get some people go back.
And then I saw like the giraffe, and I was like, it's labyrinth. Like it all. I know. It was so. Honestly, for me, I find it really cool. Right. Right. You don't want to learn Norwegian? We're standing right here.
I put 2 layers of milk anytime, and so I have 2 more like this. then when I put 2 different colors of milk paints, doing light sanding, then the base color comes out.
Oh,
So it's kind of a design,
yeah.
decorative thing.
Yeah, of course. Nice.
When I start going like this,
Smoothing it down with
then it's a little harder to bring out those tool marks because I've got them
fine.
almost too close together.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Yeah, you can see some of them over there a little bit.
yep. The goblet I didn't do that with, but the cup, the green and
Yep.
orange cup, you can see the tool marks there. So it's, and I'll come back in and probably do a decorative cuts.
Yeah. Nice.
Line. I don't know if I have one. Yeah, I do. So I'll put in a couple lines next to each other here and here. We'll probably do the same on that one.
Yep. Just give it a little texture on the outside
Yep.
for design. Yeah,
Yep.
it makes sense.
Yep.
And are the little, I don't know what to call them, rough edges? Yes, of course they
Yep.
are. Now I see more closely. They
Yep.
are
So
intentional. 3 each. Yep.
Yep. So now I'll carve a ridge or turn a ridge, not turn it away, and I'll come back later and carve that.
Nice.
Because a lot of the Norwegian bowls I see in museums
Have something.
will have something similar to this.
So you're following the traditional way of doing things?
Trying to. Yep. Yep. And I've subtle
Oh, yeah.
one there.
Yes, sure, but it's very pretty. The flower inside that's gorgeous.
Rose Mahler, a friend of mine,
Yeah,
we did a trade.
of course.
She wanted some bowls. I needed some bowls rose malt. So she
Got a
did-
deal.
I got a really good deal.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
Yeah.
Those are really
So-
beautiful.
And she received her gold medal in rose malt.
Can I take a picture of those?
Yep.
You're with you there? Those are really pretty.
Are you David?
Good.
Thank you.
Can I touch them?
Yep. So yeah.
Oh,
when
they're
I-
so light.
They are light, aren't they? Yeah.
So when I did the trade, she didn't have a gold medal,
Aha.
and I didn't have my gold medal.
Your value went up after.
So we both got our gold medal last year. So, and then I gave her some more bowls last summer, and so I'm looking forward to seeing those.
That's lovely.
But he may have some ideas.
So what kind of wood do you normally use?
A lot of maple.
Uh-huh.
This one is called river birch, found in southeast Minnesota. I like turning it. I like turning birch.
Why?
I get a nice smooth finish, a little better than the maple. But I like fruit wood. These are cherry, and these are apple.
Okay.
So I like the fruit woods. I like maple, birch, and I have turned box elder because the box elder is a member of the maple family.
Okay.
Although I haven't turned oak or walnut.
Oh. That could be lovely.
It's a different grain. It's some of the oak is considered open forest woods, but I know they're turning in England.
Okay.
And there are some people here in the States turning oak.
So are they waterproof? I mean, you can store liquid in there?
Yep.
So
Yep. Well, not stored.
So you can
out of
drink them
Yep,
from it, but you
drink
can't
or
really store
eat.
them.
Yep. My wife and I each have a wooden bowl at home that we'll eat our cereal or oatmeal out of, and we have a wooden spoon that we eat with it. So as long as it's for the amount of time it takes us to eat it,
Okay.
you wash it, dry it, it's fine. You know, the people have been eating out of wooden bowls for centuries. So, and when it cracks,
You can wax them. And
go in the fire.
The fire. Winter.
Yep. Some of the rose mold bowls, like this one, and the rose mauler over there, what she has, you're not eating out of this every day.
I wouldn't think.
This is a special occasion bowl.
Yeah.
And so they would have a bowl that might be that big, that's rose mulled. You put the beer in there and you bring that out for Christmas, confirmation,
Midsummer.
wedding, midsummer, certain special occasions. When you're done, it goes back up on the shelf.
Yeah.
And some of those I see are repaired because they are so special.
Yeah.
You know, piece of wire or almost like a staple because they are so special.
So Norwegians, they did most of the stuff with wood. They didn't use porcelain or clay or anything like that.
Some. I think because they had such good access to wood.
Okay.
There's a couple different areas in Norway that are known for their pottery, and then there's one place known for their glass, the glassworks. But I think for the everyday person, they couldn't afford something like that.
Porcelain.
Yeah. But I know it was used because I was taken to a spot where my great-grandfather was born, and I met a relative, and she had dug in that spot where he was from, and they found porcelain, broken pieces, and so she saved them because it came from her family.
So they didn't get it from outside; they made it in Norway.
They might have, the more wealthy probably had it imported. Even some of the cloth, was imported. For the fancier. When you see some of I'm looking for one of the folk costumes. Some of that material was imported.
So most of the Norwegians, they go back to Vikings, so they went all over the world and got the stuff back to Norway.
There's a little bit of, there were people coming into Norway. A friend of mine from Norway, she did some genealogy and found out that her grandfather was Italian. He worked on a ship. The ship docked in Norway. Met a Norwegian lady.
And he said,
So, I mean, people were moving
all over the place,
around.
even in the past, centuries ago.
No, I'm starting to realize that more and more. That I went to England last year, and there was a skeleton from a Viking site, and they analyzed it, and they found that the person, he was born in England, but his parents were probably born in North Africa. And this is 900 years ago. And so you realize that people were moving 900 years ago. They weren't, so to be, I guess, to be blunt, a white Viking, no such thing. No such thing. They're from all over. Because the Vikings traveled down the Mediterranean. And you know that they met people there that came with them.
Enjoyed. Might come back in. Thank you very much for the chat.
Thank you for stopping. So yeah,
it's all over the place.
As much as they were traveling, people were going back and forth so much.
Even there's some evidence that they came to North America to, maybe they even Indians like here.
Very possible.
And thank you for keeping the art alive. So
thank you for stopping.
Thank you. So you can see here it's already I take one of your kisses candy? Yeah. Thank you.
Are you all looking for the next thing? I'm sorry, I gotta choose those. If you can find them, we have like frog and code books and stuff. Hello, hello. We've got little flyers for you. Learning Norwegian today. Oh yeah. Yes, of course. There you are.
Thank you.
Hi. You want to learn some Norwegian? Of course. Oh, fantastic. Enjoy the day. My grandfather used to say if your cheeks don't hurt, you're not speaking it correctly, alright? We're doing our cheek workout today. Hello! Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Ikke god dag. Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Please watch that there. Okay. Yay. Yay. Kan dere si ai, ai, ai? Ai, ai. Ai, ai. Yay. 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 Ikke jeg. Ikke jeg. Jeg. Jeg heter. Jeg heter. Jeg heter. Så jeg heter Erik. Altså jeg. Jeg heter. Jeg heter Erik. Dere heter ikke Erik. Jeg heter Erik, ikke det. Så jeg heter Erik. Jeg heter Berit. Så kan dere kanskje snakke sammen? Talk to your neighbor. Jeg heter. Go ahead. Introduce yourself. Jeg heter Berit.
Jeg heter Alvin.
Jeg heter Lindsay.
Hello, Lindsay.
Hello. Du. Hva heter du? 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 Berit. Hva heter du? Jeg heter Erik. Men hva heter du? Jeg heter Berit. Dere kan snakke sammen. Talk to the person next to you. Hva heter du? Hva heter du? Okay, siste spørsmålet. Alle sammen, hvordan? 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 Går det? Hvordan? Går det? Hvordan går det? Hvordan går det? Og hvordan går det? Berit, hvordan går det? Det går bra. Hva med deg? Det går kjempebra. Kan dere si bra? Bra. Kjempebra. Kjempebra. Bra. Bra. Kjempebra. 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 Bra. Bra. Kjempebra. Kjempebra. Berit, hvordan går det? Kjempebra. Ok, nå er det deres tur. Kan dere snakke sammen? Hvordan går det? Vær så god. Kjempebra. Hvordan går det? Bra. Ok, ikke kjempebra. Dere får bare. Det går kjempebra med meg. Altså, kjempebra. Kjempebra. Jeg er så flink, jeg er så flink, jeg er så smart. That's so smart. At this point, you're probably like, who are these ladies teaching me Norwegian from the classroom? Fair question. We are here today representing Luther College in Decorah, Iowa. So Decorah is like at the top right corner of Iowa, northeastern corner, about 10 minutes south of Minnesota, okay? I always say that this is the pretty part of Iowa, and look, photo evidence, rock. Cliff, not flat. Okay? There are plenty of flats and corn and fields and prairies and whatnot, but we also have wonderful topography, bluffs and whatnot. So we are from Decorah. Luther College was the first college founded by Norwegian immigrants to the United States way back in the 1860s. So we're really proud of that heritage and we're really connected to it, pretty active. So that means that we have a really active Nordic Studies program. I teach, my name is Eddie, I teach Norwegian and Nordic Studies at Luther. So right now I'm teaching beginner level Norwegian, but also a class about Nordic noir and like Scandinavian crime drama, very exciting. And we have about 150 students every semester taking some sort of Nordic or Norwegian class. And we can offer our students, despite being in a little town on a little campus, there's a lot that can be done. And the proof is in the pudding here, so I'm going to introduce you to Berit, alright? Take it away.
Hallo, alle sammen. Jeg heter Berit Skogen, which is probably the most Norwegian name you can have as an American. And I pushed back on that my whole life, so I didn't touch Norwegian language with a temple until I had to take a language course when I went to Luther in the fall of 2019. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll take Norwegian for 1 year. Little did I know, I would fall in love with the language and the program, and it would change the trajectory of my life. So I ended up graduating with a bachelor's degree in history and Nordic studies from Luther, after which I applied for and then received a Fulbright grant to make English teacher in Norway. So I lived in Norway for a year and teach English, which was amazing. And now I am actually at the University of Wisconsin in Madison. They also have Norwegian, and I'm doing my PhD, but I also get to be the introductory Norwegian instructor. So now I get to meet these maybe surly undergrads in Norwegian 101 and try to change their lives as well. So it's been a real full circle moment. I would have never gotten here if it were
and one of the reasons we're here today is that we are the only college or the only place in North America that has a Center for Nordic Studies. It's called the Torgerson Center for Nordic Studies. So not only does that allow us to support students like Barrett, but also come to Washington D.C. and like form and affirm these connections that we have with the world as it is. And we also get to bring pretty cool people to campus. So if you know who Rick Steves is, he's like Mr. Travel. He came to Luther Mary a week ago on Sunday and gave a big lecture about Norwegian sensibility for traveling. And we've also hosted several dignitaries and parliamentarians from Norway. We've had a couple of diplomats come. So we're really lucky to be in this little, I call it Skattesbogen, which is like a little treasure in our northern Iowa corner. So that is us. We are Luther College, and by now you're probably like, hooray Luther, you're Norwegian, and we're here for that, alright? So we're going to talk about typisk norsk. Also, typisk norsk. Typisk norsk. Typisk norsk. Typisk norsk. This is typical Norwegian, okay? So we're folding the culture and the language together here and giving you some key points. Alright, take it away.
Så kan vi begynne med friluftsliv. Så friluftsliv. 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 Okay, so this literally translates to free air life, but we're translated here as outdoor life. It is a pillar of Norwegian society. It's getting outside in the fresh air and being active, being with family members or friends, doing things from walking your dog every day to going on a weekly hike in the community forest. So hiking, biking, camping, skiing, all things to get into the great outdoors, which are always known for. This is really, really important to Norwegians, and so they talk about friluftsliv a lot. So I'm going to do my friluftsliv. I'm going to get out of the building or like city air into the free air and live my life. So friluftsliv. Friluftsliv.
Our next one is kusli. Also kusli. The hot word in America these days has been hygge. It's the Danish, like, kind of coziness. This is the Norwegian version, okay? So kusli means cozy or pleasant, alright? So this can mean, like, curling up by the fire on a cold day with your blanket and your cat and whatever, right? That kind of cozy. But it can also mean enjoying a weekend hike with friends, eating an orange at a chocolate bar on the top of the fjord, or even going out to dinner with family, okay? It's about enjoying the present moment, being in the moment, and taking comfort in it, and being cozy within that, okay? So that's kusli. Kusli. Now, I'm sure I've already sold you guys on friluftsliv, but you might have one question left. What do I eat, okay, when I'm out doing my friluftsliv things, okay? So I bring you matpakke. So this literally means food that you pack. But what this actually means in Norwegian is it's open face sandwich. So you have your one piece of bread with toppings, another one with toppings, another one, but they eat these slices one at a time, not in sandwich form. So it's an open face sandwich. And this cold lunch is very stereotypical in Norwegian workplaces, schools, but also super practical for all those hikes they're going on. Right? So when you're right, you're going out on a hike, you can bring your matpakke with. So you go all the way to the top of the mountain, have a little picnic with your matpakke, get really kusli in the friluftsliv, and then walk all the way back down. So matpakke. So pro tip, travel tip, if you go to Norway and you stay in a hotel and they have breakfast, make your matpakke at breakfast. You will in fact save some money, and you're doing as the Norwegians do, right? You're saving time, packing a lunch. Last one for typisk norsk is takk skal du ha. Altså en takk skal du ha. Takk skal du ha. Takk skal du ha. If you haven't figured it out by now, Norwegian is a pretty sing-songy language, alright? If you're familiar with SpongeBob's Hinga-Dinga-Jurgen, not far off, not untrue, shall I say. So you're going to embrace that inner melody within you. So for a long time I trained to be a professional opera singer, and I use that every day in my Norwegian, right? So embrace your inner opera singer. Takk skal du ha. Takk skal du ha. Kjempebra. And that means thanks if you'll have it, okay? It's like a thank you, it's informal, but still polite, right? So if somebody gives you your grocery bag at the end of your shopping, you say, oh, takk skal du ha. If your waiter brings your plate, takk skal du ha. Okay? Also, takk skal du ha. we see ha det bra. Also gonna ha det bra. Ha det bra. Literally have it well, right? Or bye. Ha det bra. Ha det bra.
Or we can say vi snackes. Vi snackes. Okay, like talk to you again soon. Vi snackes.
Og sist, men ikke minst, is a word you already know, okay? Also with tuck.
Tuck.
Tuck. And you're gonna hit those 2 Ks like a bus, alright? Tuck. Because if you don't, and you say, aw, that means Ruth. Okay? And you don't want to be like at the end of like a meal with someone or seeing someone and be like, it's so good to see you, Ruth. We teach social skills in this class, alright? We're gonna say thanks, right? So tuck, tuck, not Ruth. Tuck. So bra. That is all we have for you today. Tusen takk for at dere kom. If you have questions, let us know, but enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thanks.
I was in teacher
Yeah, so my grandfather's interested. They're like, whenever I'm there, I'm like,
Sir, make sense in your back, the backyard.
Oh, the backyard. All right. Okay. Thank you.
or adding different colors. These are not traditional colors. Our Christmas fair in December in Fairfax. Bye. But again, like this is and it's all done.
Tuck.
You're there.
Tuck.
Tusen tack,
Tuck.
yeah.
Okay, got it. Tuck, right?
Tuck,
It's not
yeah.
the roof. It's thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.